Dave Palumbo here with Muscle Fish, and guys, these are not fish, these are my turtles. We're starting out with the turtle tank. We're gonna head over to the pond a little later, and then come back and see the 70-gallon fish tank as well. Turtles are doing great. I've been feeding my little turtles in this little mini container so they can make sure they eat. I'm gonna show you, I recaptured a bunch of the ones that I had released into the mini pond, which didn't stay in the mini pond. Let's take a look at these guys. All right, so here's the ones I recaptured. I recaptured 2 of the albino soft shell turtles, and they're doing really well now that I got them back. I'm glad I recaptured them. This one's a little dirty still. I love those pointy noses. They're eating. I'm feeding them bloodworms in the separate tubes because otherwise the big ones will eat them all up. This one's doing really good, cleaned up really well. This was the first one I recaptured. And then I recaptured the other day a het albino pink belly side neck turtle too. There's still 1 albino soft shell and 1 pink belly side neck that's in the big pond area. Once again, I put them in the small mini pond. They did not stay in there, they got out. Now these are my Timor snake neck turtles that I got from Tom Crutchfield. I still am feeding them in here because they're not eating well with the other big turtles. So I put them in here and they do their eating in here, and then they go back into the big tub. And I put them back in here where they kind of, live, and they can bask and do all this great stuff that they do. You just have to sometimes feed them in a separate tub. Now, I normally would have everyone separate, but I found that, these turtles actually live really well together. Just have to make sure you get them fed so they feed, because these big turtles will eat everything otherwise, and they won't be able to eat. The soft shell turtles, believe it or not, they don't like, I was under the impression that they were really highly aquatic turtles, but I find that they're buried in the sand most of the day. They don't really stay swimming too much. So, and I noticed that even in my big pond, I have a regular soft shell, and that's always in basking and in the sand as well. So we're gonna put these guys back in here, and they can swim around and have fun. I love my turtle tub. This is really good. And the great thing about this is it's controlled. I got a thermostat, temperature, heater in here, so they can really control their temperature and just enjoy themselves. And then when they, these soft shells are Florida natives, so they can handle a little bit of cool weather. Once they get bigger, I'll release them into that big pond, and they can have fun in there. Right now they're little babies though, so there's no reason to really, be putting them into such a harsh environment. It's gonna start getting cool out, so they might make it, but I'd rather have them be well fed and in a controlled environment. I should never have released them. I thought they were gonna stay in the little mini pond, but they're escape artists. All of them did. So anyway, here's my red eared slider albinos. There's the female, those are the 2 males. I got an albino pink belly side neck there. So one of them died, unfortunately. I don't know why, but it did. Still have this one left. This is one of my favorite turtles of all time. Pink belly side neck, just a gorgeous, gorgeous looking turtle. So white, snow white. Pulls its head sideways. It's one of the Asian turtles, and it's got that, of course, that pink belly that's really gorgeous. Love them. All right, let's head over to the pond across the street. We're gonna check out the big pond and the mini pond and see how everything's doing. All right, a little update on the albino pacus. They're doing great. They've probably quadrupled in size already. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll get a little underwater footage here for you in a second, just so you can see how big these guys have actually gotten. It's amazing how fast these guys will grow. There's still 8 of them. They're all survived. My Oscars, I got a couple albino Oscars in there, and they're they're afraid. They're hiding. They're hiding in the rocks there. They come out to eat a little bit when I put food in there, but the pacus are very dominant. I didn't realize that. In packs, they almost act like piranhas, whereas if you have like a single pacus, they're almost wimpy, in a sense, and a little nervous. But in packs, they seem to be much more confident. And one of my Oscars actually got eaten, one of the little ones. They ate him in half. Right, Ari? Did they eat him? There's Aria. Now let's look at this big pond. You see any turtles? The turtles come out in the morning. They're not really here. We're in the afternoon here already, so we're not gonna really see too many turtles.
I can't see any.
You fed these, huh? You fed these fish? You did. There's my little autofill. I thought we had filled it up enough. We actually didn't. So we're gonna have to add a little more water to the pond, Aria. Okay. All right. Right now we're draining this pond, the mini pond. I'm doing a little water change on it, but these guys are doing really good. I'm really happy with them.
Daddy, no.
Yeah, Aria loves these fish. She likes to feed them, and they love to eat.
I ate so
They love to eat these fish.
I ate so.
You feed them how much? A lot of food or a little bit of food? I think we put your helmet on. We put your Spider-Man helmet on backwards. Daddy did it by accident. Let's fix it. Are you riding your bike when we get out of here? Here, do you want to put the bag on the right way? Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, Daddy's got to go put the helmet on. I got to take a break here. All right, it's raining here at the pond. Always seems to rain every time I do these videos. The turtles were popping their heads out. The fish love it when it rains for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fresh water. I just done a water change in this pond too. Now it's almost too high, the water. But with the Florida weather being still as hot as it is, I'm sure this will evaporate off pretty quickly. And it'll be good to go. Where's Moby Dick? I haven't seen him today. The water's a little murky since I just did a water change and it rained. He might be hiding out. I got my pond guy, finally getting pond guy to come over here. And they're so backed up. I guess pond business is big here in Florida. 3 weeks he's gonna come. We're gonna do a little overhaul on the pond, get it really cleaned out. I think I may have a break in somewhere in my pond filter line because I'm getting a lot of bio balls into the little bioplastic pieces into the pond. And so he thought that could be the case. So I'm gonna have him come and do an overhaul and just get everything in tip-top shape, and then I'll take over from there. And we're gonna thin out the herd a little bit more. He'll get more of these black koi out for me. And sometimes it's good to have a professional come in and just service your pond, get everything in ship-shape order. He could show me exactly how to work everything maybe that I don't know how to work, even though I think I figured everything out. And then from there, I can kind of keep it on top of it a lot easier. As you saw in a couple past videos, I got 3 of the 5 little mini turtles, baby turtles that I released, 2 of the soft shell albinos, and 1 of the red pink belly side neck turtles out. There's still 1 of each somewhere around here, which I'll keep looking for them. They seem to bask in the morning. I just think they're too small to be wandering around the main pond area. Obviously, they're not getting eaten or anything like that, but and they're alive. But I don't know if they're eating enough, so I'm gonna try to reclaim them, put them in my turtle tub in my garage until they get a little bigger, and then I'll re-release them. The side neck pink bellies I'll probably just keep in my turtle tub because they're warm water turtles. They're Asian turtles. They need more warmth, and I don't want to have to, see them, go down the tubes. Now, if they were to stay in the mini pond, which I have heated, they would have been fine. But they're obviously these turtles are really, really dexterous. They're able to climb out of things easy, and they would get escaping from here. And they escaped all of them escaped in like 3 seconds. They probably just followed themselves right off those plants, over those plants there. So anyway, that's the update for now. Hopefully you guys are having a great one. Fish are growing. The monster fish are growing. I'll show you a little preview of the tank at home before we wrap things up for today. And I got more stuff on the way. All right, just a quick update from the 70-gallon tank. Neons are getting bigger. The female betters are doing great. They're really thriving since I got them in here. They've been growing. I don't know if they were eating enough in the store where I got them. We're gonna be getting some designer female betters in, hopefully in the next week or so. I ordered. Clown loaches are doing great. They're putting on some nice size over there. Got 3 of them. Everyone survived. Little Cory cats are doing great. Eating up a storm. And the tank is looking good. The only thing I'm noticing is a lot of algae growth, and I don't know if it's from the light I have on there, that LED. Might be too much, or it just might be that there's a lot of... I did a water check. I noticed the nitrates were a little high. I did a water change. I think the tank just has not really completely cycled itself perfectly. The filter's not handling the waste load yet. So I'm having to do more water changes, which is fine with me. The background, my aqua decor background has got a lot of algae on it, unfortunately. And it looks like it's more naturalistic now. It's got a little green tinge to it. But the tank looks great. I'm really happy with the way it turned out so far. And like I said, I'm gonna be adding a bunch of new fish to it. Sticking with small fish right now. We could change that in the future. I got my monster fish over in the pond, so I could do that. It doesn't matter at this point. I don't need to go crazy. I'm really into this whole female better thing for some reason. I can't wait to get the new ones in that are all crazy colored. Koi and galaxies and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. I bought one male. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle with all the females. I'll try him. But right now, I'm enjoying the tank, you know. It's nice to have a fish tank again and be able to just enjoy it for what it's worth.